Religious Zionism is a major Orthodox movement in Israel that sees the state as the beginning of redemption. I study a subgroup called Chardal, short for Haredi, Dati, Leumi, combining ultra-Orthodox religious life with strong Zionist beliefs. Since October 7th, Chardal rabbis have been sending short voice messages to thousands of students on the battlefield. As a researcher, I've collected hundreds of voice messages from rabbis. One of them is Rabbi David Giami, a senior rabbi at Har Hamor Yeshiva, an institution that strongly opposes progressive ideas and advocates for a public sphere in Israel that fully follows Jewish law.
אתה ניזון מהחדשות. כיום חדשות אין המטרה שלהם למסור לך מידע. המטרה שלהם לדאוג מה תחשוב.
For example, after transcribing the recordings using software, I used ChatGPT to help summarize the text and highlight key points that matter to me as a researcher. Before relying on the chatbot, I wanted to test the quality of its summaries.
ולמה אתה יכול? כי הכוח שיש לך הוא הרבה יותר חזק. ומי לא מאמין בזה? גויים.
So first, I wrote my own summary of what I found important, and then asked ChatGPT to summarize the same recording as if it were a scholar of Judaism. Research on LLMs show that they avoid summarizing offensive content, for instance, but I wanted to explore deeper biases. I ran a test and found 4 key points missing from the AI summary. 1, no mention of Trump's relationship with Netanyahu, likely filtered as sensitive political content. 2, no reference to Trump's eccentricities as part of a divine plan, due to the model's use of neutral language. 3, no mention of the Jewish people as bearers of a divine message reflecting a bias towards universal framing. And 4, no reference to the final redemption, showing a tendency to avoid strong theological claims. In listening to more recordings, I noticed that words which stand out to me as a scholar often go unnoticed by the AI. For example, Giami calls Netanyahu Hagadol, the Great One, a term with political and theological weight. He also speaks of the need to break free from the spiritual captivity, Shevi Ruchani, of Western secular culture, using the same word captivity to describe both this state and the hostages in Gaza. These layered meanings are rooted in current events, but the chatbot tends to miss them. So, can we rely on AI-generated summaries? I think it depends on the purpose. For a general understanding of the themes, absolutely, but for careful, critical, empirical research, not yet. AI can be trained to recognize subtle meanings and sensitivities, but that requires the involvement of subject matter experts, in this case in fields like Jewish studies and Israel studies, working alongside developers. In other words, we need the integration of content experts into the world of programming. This is the essence of digital humanities.